Did Nottingham Forest just pull off the biggest Premier League shock in years? Liverpool, one of the league's giants, completely outplayed, but how did the underdogs manage this incredible feat? Tonight, we break down the tactics, the mindset and the key moments that turned the game upside down and reveal the one decision that left Liverpool stunned. Stick around, because what happens next will blow your mind. We'll explain everything in this video, step by step, don't skip it. Hold on to your seats, football fans, because tonight at the City Ground, history was written. Nottingham Forest, the underdogs, the dark horses of the Premier League, have done the unthinkable. They have crushed Liverpool in a shock that will echo across the footballing world. Yes, you heard that right. Liverpool, the giants, were stunned, bewildered and completely dismantled by a Forest side that refused to back down for a single second. From the very first whistle, you could feel the tension crackling in the air. Forest came out with fire in their eyes, every pass purposeful, every tackle ferocious. Liverpool tried to impose their usual rhythm, their trademark control, but tonight nothing went their way. The Reds' midfield was shredded, their defence carved open, and the home crowd electric. The fans roared like thunder with every Forest surge, every lightning break forward. And the goals, oh, the goals! Precision, power, pure audacity. Forest didn't just score, they made a statement. Each strike a dagger to Liverpool's hopes. Each celebration a testament to courage, determination and a little bit of magic. You could see it in the players' faces. They were writing a fairy tale, a David versus Goliath story that will be remembered for years. But it wasn't just the goals. It was the grit, the teamwork, the sheer refusal to quit. Liverpool, usually so clinical, looked confused, rattled, even frustrated. Forest pressed, harried and capitalised on every mistake. And the manager? Tactical genius. Every substitution, every formation tweak, perfectly timed to keep Liverpool on the back foot. By the final whistle, the scoreline told the tale. Nottingham Forest had conquered the mighty Liverpool. Shock, awe, jubilation and disbelief all wrapped up in 90 plus minutes of breathtaking football drama. Tonight isn't just a win, it's a declaration. Forest are here to be reckoned with, and Liverpool, well, they've been handed a humbling reminder that in football nothing is guaranteed. This isn't just football. This is passion, perseverance and the beautiful unpredictability of the Premier League. And if you think you've seen it all, think again, because tonight Nottingham Forest didn't just win, they roared. Nottingham Forest's stunning underdog victory over Liverpool was nothing short of a footballing spectacle that left fans, pundits and neutrals alike completely stunned. Going into the match, few would have predicted that Forest, a team that has been fighting to solidify their place in the Premier League, could rise to such a level and take on one of the most formidable sides in English football. Liverpool, with their history of domestic and European dominance, came into the game brimming with confidence, expecting to assert their usual control and dictate the tempo from start to finish. But what unfolded was a masterclass in defying expectations, an example of how determination, preparation and team spirit can topple giants. From the very first whistle, it was clear that Forest were not content to simply defend or hold their ground. They attacked with purpose, intensity and an audacious belief in their ability to change the narrative. The players moved with cohesion and urgency, cutting off passing lanes, pressing high and showing a tactical awareness that left Liverpool scrambling. Each moment carried weight, each pass was precise and the energy on the pitch was palpable. Forest's attacking manoeuvres were sharp and daring, challenging Liverpool's defence in ways that were both unexpected and exhilarating. The opening goal came as a shockwave through the stadium and across the footballing world. It was not just a goal but a statement, a signal that Nottingham Forest had arrived on the big stage and were not intimidated by the illustrious opponents in front of them. As the match progressed, Forest continued to push, exploiting gaps, capitalising on small mistakes and refusing to allow Liverpool any rhythm or comfort. The intensity of their play demonstrated a blend of tactical intelligence and raw determination that has been cultivated under careful management and relentless training. Each Forest player contributed, whether it was through defensive resilience, intelligent pressing or moments of attacking genius. The midfield battled tirelessly, linking defence and attack, while the forwards maintained constant pressure, forcing Liverpool into hurried decisions and uncharacteristic errors. The crowd's reaction added another layer to this narrative, the energy, The chanting, the deafening roars after each Forest move, all fueled the team's belief and performance. Liverpool, usually composed and clinical, found themselves on the back foot more often than not, struggling to impose their game plan and visibly frustrated by Forest's unwavering determination. The underdog story became even more compelling as Forest scored again, reinforcing that this was no fluke or one-off moment. The players' confidence grew with each successful play, their understanding of the game and each other's movements creating a rhythm that Liverpool could not counter. The psychological edge shifted completely, and what had started as a David versus Goliath scenario evolved into a demonstration of how preparation, teamwork and courage can rewrite expectations in football. Nottingham Forest victory was a culmination of meticulous planning, relentless work ethic and a belief system that defies the odds, turning what many assume would be a routine Liverpool victory into one of the most remarkable upsets in recent Premier League history. Dominant tactics and relentless pressing by Nottingham Forest were at the heart of their extraordinary performance against Liverpool, showcasing a level of strategic execution that left one of the Premier League's elite teams struggling to cope. From the outset, it was evident that Forest had meticulously prepared for this clash, analysing Liverpool's strengths and weaknesses and devising a game plan that would exploit even the smallest lapses. Rather than sitting back and hoping to absorb pressure, Forest took the initiative, implementing a high-intensity pressing system designed to disrupt Liverpool's build-up play and force errors in dangerous areas. The players pressed in coordinated waves, ensuring that passing lanes were cut off and Liverpool's usual fluid passing patterns were constantly under threat. This approach required enormous discipline and stamina, with each player understanding their role within the pressing scheme and executing it with precision. The midfield was particularly effective, acting as both the first line of defence and a launch pad for counterattacks. They applied pressure intelligently, closing down key Liverpool playmakers while maintaining positional awareness to prevent being bypassed. This balance between aggression and structure allowed Forest to maintain control over crucial moments in the game and dictate the tempo when needed. Forest's defensive line also played a crucial role in the tactical setup, staying compact and communicating seamlessly to maintain shape while supporting the pressing efforts higher up the pitch. The defenders anticipated Liverpool's movements, stepping out at the right moments to intercept passes and funnel attackers into less dangerous areas, effectively neutralising the Reds' attacking threat. When Liverpool did manage to advance, Forest forwards were quick to retreat and re-engage, ensuring that no space was left unguarded. On the offensive side, the pressing strategy also created numerous opportunities. By forcing turnovers in advanced positions, Forest were able to transition rapidly from defence to attack, catching Liverpool off guard and capitalising on their moments of disorganisation. The fluidity between pressing and attacking transitions demonstrated not only the players' technical abilities, but also their tactical intelligence and collective understanding. Substitutions were timed with precision, adding fresh legs to maintain the intensity of the press throughout the match. The manager's strategic vision was clear in every movement and adjustment, adapting to Liverpool's attempts to break the press and continuously refining the approach to keep the opposition unsettled. Set pieces were also exploited as part of the tactical framework, with rehearsed movements and positioning ensuring that each opportunity was maximised. The psychological impact of such relentless pressure cannot be understated. Liverpool, accustomed to controlling possession and tempo, appeared increasingly frustrated and hesitant, which further amplified Forest's tactical advantage. Ultimately, Nottingham Forest's dominant tactics and relentless pressing were a masterclass in preparation, teamwork and execution, highlighting how disciplined strategy combined with energy, awareness and cohesion can dismantle even the most formidable opponents and turn the tide in a high-stakes Premier League encounter. Precision goals and attacking brilliance defined Nottingham Forest's remarkable performance against Liverpool, turning what many expected to be a routine match for the Reds into a showcase of skill, strategy and audacity. From the first moment the ball rolled, it was clear that Forest's attacking approach would be incisive and unrelenting, designed not just to test Liverpool's defence, but to dominate it with creativity and clinical execution. The opening goal set the tone for the entire match, arriving at a moment when Liverpool seemed poised to assert their usual control and immediately flipping the psychological momentum in Forest's favour. The build-up to the goal reflected a combination of meticulous planning and individual brilliance. Each pass was measured, each movement calculated, and the final finish executed with precision that left the Liverpool goalkeeper no chance. Beyond the first strike, Forest continued to demonstrate an attacking philosophy that blended patience with opportunism. They were not content with sporadic bursts of aggression. Instead, they orchestrated sequences that maintained pressure, exploited defensive gaps, and created multiple scoring opportunities. Their forwards moved intelligently, interchanging positions, drawing defenders out of shape, and opening pockets of space that were immediately targeted by midfield runners arriving at the perfect moment. Crossing accuracy, through balls, and long-range efforts were all executed with a level of technical proficiency that belied Forest's underdog status. And every successful attack seemed to energise the team further, fueling their confidence and cohesion. The second and subsequent goals were a testament to both collective understanding and individual talent. Quick 1-2s, clever feints, and sudden bursts of pace left defenders stranded and exposed, while the finishers maintained composure under pressure, slotting the ball with accuracy and power. Liverpool's attempts to regroup and respond were met with swift, coordinated counterattacks that demonstrated Forest's dual capacity for defensive resilience and offensive fluidity. Set pieces also played a critical role in the attacking brilliance displayed. Rehearsed routines, sharp movement and intelligent positioning ensured that every opportunity was maximised. Forest's ability to convert these moments into tangible results reflected their preparation and attention to detail, highlighting a strategic layer to their attacking game. The interplay between pressing high up the pitch and exploiting turnovers added another dimension to their offence, allowing them to strike when Liverpool's defensive organisation was most vulnerable. Throughout the match, Forest players exhibited a rare combination of creativity, discipline and audacity, taking calculated risks, making daring runs into dangerous areas and finishing with precision that demanded admiration. The timing of runs, the accuracy of passes and the decision-making in the final third all combined to produce goals that were not only effective but visually compelling, leaving fans on the edge of their seats. Each strike reinforced the narrative that Nottingham Forest were not just participating, they were dictating the terms of engagement, turning their attacking brilliance into a defining feature of the match and leaving Liverpool scrambling to respond to an opponent operating at the peak of both technical and tactical excellence. Liverpool's defensive struggles and uncharacteristic mistakes were at the heart of their shock defeat to Nottingham Forest, exposing vulnerabilities that few could have predicted before the match. Known for their usually disciplined backline, Liverpool entered the game with confidence in their defensive organisation, expecting to neutralise Forest's attacks and maintain control over key moments. However, from the very start, it became evident that the Reds were unsettled, struggling to adapt to Forest's relentless pressing and high-intensity approach. Simple passes were misjudged and positional errors began to emerge as players found themselves pulled out of shape by Forest's coordinated movement and intelligent pressing. The first goal highlighted the defensive lapses, as a combination of delayed reactions and poor communication allowed Forest attackers to exploit gaps in the backline. Liverpool's defenders appeared hesitant, unsure whether to step up, trap runners or hold position, and that hesitation proved costly. The midfield, which usually provides a protective layer in front of the defence, was repeatedly bypassed by Forest's quick, incisive transitions, leaving defenders isolated and exposed. Each turnover in a dangerous area was punished, reflecting both tactical shortcomings and mental lapses under pressure. As the match progressed, Liverpool's defensive issues compounded. Attempts to regain control were met with sustained pressure from Forest, forcing hurried clearances, misdirected passes and a growing sense of frustration. The usual cohesion and understanding between defenders seemed disrupted, with marking assignments occasionally missed and defensive rotations poorly executed. Set pieces, which Liverpool often managed with discipline, also became moments of vulnerability as Forest's well-rehearsed routines and sharp positioning caught them off guard and created scoring chances. The psychological impact of these defensive struggles was significant as the team's confidence appeared to waver with each error, further affecting concentration and decision-making. Liverpool's attacking players, who often rely on a stable defensive foundation to build counter-attacks, were also impacted, as turnovers and pressure limited their ability to control possession and dictate play. The mistakes were not limited to individual errors, but were symptomatic of a broader tactical disconnect, where the defensive line and midfield were not synchronising effectively against Forest's movements. Even as substitutions were made to try to stabilise the defence, the problems persisted, highlighting the effectiveness of Forest's strategy in exploiting vulnerabilities. The cumulative effect of these defensive struggles and mistakes allowed Nottingham Forest to maintain momentum, capitalise on opportunities and assert dominance in a match where Liverpool were expected to control the narrative. Observers were left questioning how such a high-calibre team could falter so dramatically with the loss serving as a stark reminder that even elite squads are susceptible to intense pressure, well-executed tactics, and a relentless opponent willing to seize every opportunity. Each defensive misstep underscored the importance of focus, communication, and adaptability at the highest level of the Premier League, demonstrating that mistakes, even small ones, can rapidly escalate against a team as prepared and determined as Nottingham Forest. The historic significance and emotional impact of Nottingham Forest's victory over Liverpool cannot be overstated, as it represents a moment that will resonate deeply within the club's history and across the Premier League landscape. This match was more than just 3 points. It was a statement, a demonstration that determination, tactical intelligence, and belief can overturn expectations and rewrite narratives in one of the most competitive leagues in the world. For Nottingham Forest, a club with a storied past but recent struggles to maintain top-flight stability, defeating a team of Liverpool's calibre is monumental. It validates the efforts of the players, coaching staff and management, who have worked tirelessly to instill discipline, resilience and confidence within the squad. Every pass, tackle and goal in this match carried symbolic weight, illustrating that the club's journey is not defined solely by league standings but also by moments of courage, brilliance and audacity. The emotional response from the fans was immediate and intense, as supporters who have endured years of ups and downs witnessed a performance that exceeded all expectations. Chants, cheers and waves of jubilation filled the city ground, reflecting the collective pride and joy of a community that has long hoped for moments of glory like this. The victory also carries broader significance in the context of the Premier League, highlighting the unpredictable and thrilling nature of the competition. It serves as a reminder that no matter how dominant a team may appear on paper, every match requires focus, preparation and an acknowledgement of the opponent's strengths. Forest's triumph is a testament to the value of tactical discipline and mental resilience, showing that a well-prepared underdog can not only compete with but decisively overcome one of the league's elite sides. On a psychological level, the win will boost the players' confidence enormously, reinforcing the belief that they can achieve remarkable results even against top-tier opponents. This newfound belief is likely to translate into improved performances in subsequent fixtures, creating a momentum that could influence Forest's season trajectory. The match also generated widespread discussion and admiration across media and fan communities, as analysts and supporters alike recognised the significance of the upset. Headlines celebrated the tactical masterclass, the individual brilliance and the collective spirit that enabled Forest to triumph, while social media exploded with clips, reactions and debates, amplifying the cultural and emotional impact of the victory. Moreover, the result adds a historical chapter to Nottingham Forest's legacy, a moment that will be remembered, recounted and cherished for years to come. For the players, it is a career-defining achievement that showcases their abilities on one of the biggest stages in English football. For Liverpool, the loss is a stark reminder of the challenges inherent in the Premier League and the importance of maintaining focus and cohesion against any opponent, no matter their perceived status. Ultimately, this match embodies the drama, passion and unpredictability that make football so compelling, creating memories for fans and players alike while reinforcing the idea that in football, history is made not only by giants but also by those who dare to challenge them with courage, skill and unyielding determination. Thank you for listening and don't forget to like and subscribe.